All right, it's official. Jay Batt will be the next athletic director at Michigan State. It's official to the point that even Georgia Tech has put out a statement saying basically some accomplishments Jay Batt had and kind of thanking him for his service, which is far more than some Georgia Tech fans will do. But yeah, so we're going to be searching for a new idea. I don't know how long this will take, but we'll talk about that. Also, interesting thing, John Gruden, part of Barstool Sports now, obviously, historic type personality and coach, won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, got like this box of apparel from Georgia Tech and like a card sign with Brent Key. And if you haven't seen that, it's fascinating. John Gruden, despite what anyone might think of him as an entertaining dude, and he's just naming off, if you're a Tech fan, you should go watch it. He's just naming off all these Tech guys. You want to know who else played at Georgia Tech, man? Yeah, that's Stephen Hill, man. He was a hell of a player. Yeah. So go. I love John Gruden. Go check that out. But let's talk about the athletic search. So I saw Jackson Caudell, who's been on the show once before, put out an article on Sports Illustrated naming some names of possible candidates for Georgia Tech. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have no clue. I have zero clue who Georgia Tech's going to be targeting. But the first two names on his list are kind of the most Georgia Tech things ever. One is interesting to me. Was it Graham Neff, who's the AD at Clemson? He's interesting to me probably for reasons that are not as interesting to other Tech fans. Just because he's at a powerhouse program. Clemson's been a little bit down as of recently, but they made the playoffs last year and, has maintained a pretty good program at Tech or at Clemson. The reason he's on that list is because he's an alumni of Georgia Tech. So the first thing that makes this difficult is I don't know what Georgia Tech is looking salary-wise for their next AD. If you're going to hire Graham Neff, you're going to have to pay him more than you were paying Jay Batt, for sure, because Clemson is going to probably counter, right? And I'm sure Clemson fans are watching this kind of laughing, like there's no way you're going to get RID. And look, you could be right. I have no idea. I don't know how realistic that is. If he does come to Tech, it would be because he wants to come back to Georgia Tech for one reason or another. So Graham Neff was on there. And then another one, is it Melvin Lewis? Melvin something? Is it George Madison? Ashley Madison? Something like that. I'm not interested in the slightest. I think he's been on staff at Tech before, like in the athletic department. But he's solely on there because he's a Tech guy, right? And this is something that I think needs to change. I'm not saying it has zero importance, but for a lot of people, I think them being a Tech guy has to move from being your number one thing you're looking at to like number 7 or 8 on your priority list of athletic director. Here's what we should be looking for in athletic director. First and foremost, number one, and it's not even close, is their ability to raise money for the program. That's why I was so upset with Batt leaving. And people saying, well, anyone could do that. Where are all these anybodies that were raising tons and tons of money for Georgia Tech? Only Jay Batt. When Jay Batt took over, we were $300 million in debt. So I don't want to see any more. Anyone could do it. That's dumb. It's dumb. So first and foremost, their ability to raise money. 2, for me, is going to be their ability to navigate the changing landscape of college football. Because make no mistake about it, right now, Georgia Tech is going to shape the future of what athletics is going to look like indefinitely. Conference realignment is happening. Well, another reason I was so upset that we lost AD. Georgia Tech, as far as I can tell, is on the outside looking in. The point being, no, you don't really know. So you've got to position yourself to be as attractive as possible, because you don't know what's going to happen with the ACC. So number 2 is their ability to navigate the changing landscape of college football. By the way, Jay Batt was a part of shaping the House settlement and meeting with people and all of that. So, the guy was working his ass off at Tech. I don't know what to tell some people that are happy to see him go. You're a bunch of idiots, though. Number 3, ability to hire would be. So that would be my top 3. Number 1, ability to raise money. Number 2, your ability to navigate the changing landscape of college football. And number 3, obviously your ability to hire quality coaches. So I tell you who I looked at, because I'm looking at the ability to navigate college football as it's changing. What are some teams that recently made that jump, like Washington, USC, these type? USC's out. Their AD makes like, I don't know, $1 bazillion a year. Not going to get him. Washington's is interesting, not only because he's Asian, but he recently went through realignment, and I think he's newer at Washington, but he's making like 1.3. So I don't think Georgia Tech's going to pay, 1.6, 1.7 to get him here, or they would have paid Jay Batt that. So, look, it's probably, if I had to guess, we'll know who our AD is in the next month. Luckily, hiring your AD is not as time critical at this point in the season as hiring a head coach. Luckily, you have what I think is the right guy at the helm of football. But I guess there's a few ways Tech could go about this. One, my favorite, is you could go make a big splash hire and pony up and pay some guy that's a proven commodity. Neff would be that. The Clemson AD would be that. So I would not be unhappy at all if we did that. Or pulling the guy from Washington or something. I think that's probably least likely, just based on how Tech's done things in the past. 2, you could get an up-and-coming AD from a smaller school. So other names that were on Caudell's list were like the guy from Georgia Southern, the guy from Georgia State, who I'm honestly not all that interested in, although I don't know anything about them. But I haven't seen this influx of money to Georgia State's program either. They also won 2 games last year. And I know one of them was Vanderbilt. Woo! Who cares? You won 2 games. So you could do that. Or probably my number 2 choice would be to try and make another hire like Jay Batt. Go to a proven blue blood type program, get someone in their administration to give them an opportunity. And most importantly, if and when they prove themselves like Jay Batt, you bump them into pay that keeps them here in the long term. That would be my vote. So just to end the video, and I posted this in the Discord last night. I went back and forth with people in the Discord fairly late. And this is my frustration right now. You have a lot of Tech fans that are like, again, we expect X, Y, and Z that has never happened at Georgia Tech. And this is why I'm frustrated. I'm tired of losing to Georgia. I'm tired of playing Georgia close. I'm tired of not beating Georgia in Atlanta since 1999. I'm tired of 2 10-win or better seasons in 20 plus years. And if I had to guess, most of the Tech fans, if not all, watching this video want that to change too. But then when you say, hey, well, can we change anything how we do, how as a program, can we change any of that? And they'll say, nope, can't change anything. I want change, don't want to change anything though. I just want it to happen magically. I mean, I don't get that. I don't get that. Especially with how important things are right now. Okay? So, I ended up deleting the video, but some of the stuff on the Facebook groups, so someone posted, well, maybe we, look, now that Batt's gone, we can do away with these concerts that annoy me at Yellow Jacket Alley, and we can bring Yellow Jacket Alley to whatever glory they think it has. I want to win. You focus on silly stuff like Yellow Jacket Alley. I'll focus on winning. Well, Kelly Quinlan hadn't confirmed it, though. Kelly Quinlan's research consists of searching Pat Thamel and whoever else is breaking news. All right? I want to win. And I think it can be done at Georgia Tech. Jay Batt had set it up for that. And also, I don't ascribe to the, well, Jay Batt loosened the jar. Now everything's gravy. Name one hire that's been that way. Name one. Name one. We have got to make the right hire with AD right now. Our program depends on it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Y'all have a good one.